Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, boys, yeah. Hold on, we them boys. We them boys.
Good evening. Welcome to the tradition unlike any other.
It
Boys,
almost
Valley,
Bahamas
boys.
time. It is.
I have my guys with me. I got Big Straw. I got Michael. We got a lot of stuff to get to because NFL free agency has been wild. NBA is about to wrap up in a few weeks, and we got Stephen A. versus LeBron. We're gonna have some different opinions on this one, but that's of course we wouldn't be for valuable as we didn't have different opinions on this. As the resident Stephen A. Smith hater, you're going to be surprised by my take to it. But we got to give it to our sponsors first. Of course, we have Crazy Straws. Ryan.
Hey, hey, if you need your straws, you need them crazy, get you some crazy straws. I promise you, NCAA tournament, NBA playoffs right around the corner. You want those colors? Hey, get you some crazy straws, ladies and gentlemen.
We're on Sundays and Wednesdays. Do we need to do a show Sunday to introduce the brackets, then give our picks on Wednesday? Or you want to wait till Wednesday, Mike?
That's a good one. We might need to do a show Monday night.
Let's do it Sunday evening. We can do it Sunday at 8, Sunday at 9. The brackets will be out good by then, won't it?
Yeah,
I
be
ain't
out
gonna do.
Sunday.
I ain't
They'll be
gonna
out
have my.
Sunday.
I ain't gonna have my brackets. Yeah, let's wait. Probably wait to Wednesday so we have our brackets ready
Okay.
by Wednesday. That'll
Okay.
give us some time. Give us some time to look at. Cause we ain't really concerned about that first four and all that. But by Wednesday we'll have our bracket ready. Faye, you gonna put the link up for what we're gonna do this year? The
Yeah,
pool
I'm
thing.
gonna put it up and wait for it to drop. So once we put it up, it might be out. I haven't looked at it yet, but I'll make sure I put it out.
All right.
So we'll hold tight on the Sunday show. I want to do something to talk about brackets and whatnot, but we'll keep it like it is. Just for men, the most immaculate goatee in television history is at the top of your screen to my right. He's never used Just for Men. Me, you see what I
Oh
got?
no,
That
no,
ain't
no,
nothing but
no,
us,
no, no,
Perk.
no, no, no. Let's get it right. I have used Just for Men.
Oh, you had
I decided to discontinue Just for Men because the elegance of the gray and the white is more than what you can get in that $5.99 bottle. That's just me. But if you need your Just for Men, if you need your Beijing black, if you need your 000 black, hey, go to Walgreens, CVS, get your Just for Men, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me, gentlemen. Just for Men, gentlemen.
there you go. There you go. That was the tomfoolery. Damon's podcast, y'all keep shouting out for Damon. We miss him. Damon, come on back. We miss you. We missed the levity. We missed the humanity of you being here. If you're watching this show on a playback, long word story, bring your punk ass back. We miss you, dog.
Man, I
Okay.
Yeah.
was just about to say that. You giving all them sweet word, man. Boy, you took the word right out my mouth, Faye.
Bring your punk ass back with your pie face ass.
Boy, you took the word right out my mouth.
Oh, Ford Mustang looking ass.
He think he taking like he doing a tour in Saudi Arabia or something.
He been gone for a minute. He been there out in Saudi Arabia before he went to Dubai. He liked it that much in Dubai.
We gonna tell all these dudes when this thing finally get big, we start making money. Everybody just stay away. That's what we gonna start telling these boys, Faye.
Just the way. I quit education. We get big enough. I go and get out of education.
Man, for real.
No. I need that money. I need that money. I need that money. I'm gonna keep it just in case something. I'll keep it. My bad. I'm sorry, Henry County. My bad. I love you
Yeah, he
guys.
ain't mean that. He ain't mean.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, bro. Leave me alone. Okay. Anyway, Dax Wave in the room. Michael Atwater at the bottom of your screen has had waves since 1992 when he was in the 10th grade. It is now 2025. He still has waves. It is a modern day miracle. He don't need Just for Men. He don't need to go to Turkey. He just need Dax Wave in the room and make
Yep.
sure you got the right barber also.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona T, you know what the deal is. 99 cent, 99 seconds. Enough said. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, buynightshirt.com. You went to HBCU or you pledged in a Greek fraternity that's part of the Band Hood 9. He got your stuff, Bernard Ingram. I'm still looking for my stuff. And of course, our favorite sponsor, Henning Coke, Crown Royal Ginger Ale.
The dark liquors, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen, the dark liquors.
y'all look, let me before we start on the show, I want to give a shout out to my alma mater, the Tri-City High School, for another state championship
State
this year.
championship, 5A state champs.
Tri-City High, one made of many, diverse but not divided.
All right. All right. Tri-City High School. Big boy. Am I right?
Big boy, Outcast, Escape, Keenan Thompson.
Oh, Keenan from Atlanta?
Yeah, Keenan
Yes,
really
he still live there, don't he?
probably.
I ain't know that.
My sister had a class with him.
I ain't know that.
I had a class with one of the girls from Escape. So in '93.
Man,
Mm.
Tri-City got a dude, man, I don't know if y'all remember. Y'all might not be big basketball people from back in the day, but Tri-City got a dude named Jalen Wingfield. His daddy back in the day was Dontario Wingfield from
Mm-hmm.
Albany, Westover High School. They won 4 straight state championships. He
I
went
remember
to
him.
Cincinnati, played at Seattle, and that boy doing the same thing, balling.
Yeah, if you remember him in Cincinnati, that boy was.
Yeah, he was balling, boy.
Yeah, the son had about almost 20 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, he was balling. Jalen Wingfield. I don't see him out there on the AAU circuit. He was balling.
All right, let's get started with the show. I'm hoping Jamal Jenkins will hop on here so he can roast him. Look at chicken tender, raise the case. If you have not heard about what happened, besides Stephen A. Smith getting his $100 million contract, which I think is a big mistake by ESPN, but he was at the Knicks Lakers game on Thursday night. LeBron walked up to him. He was inches away from doing a Will Smith to Chris Rock.
Mm.
Then Stephen A. proceeded to double talk on First Take and talk cash money shit on Gil's Arena yesterday.
Mm.
Long story short, Stephen A. Smith is telling LeBron, stop putting your son out there. You did this, but at the same time, you're taking digs at him at the same time. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys talk. Who want to go first?
Let Ryan go first, man. I want to hear this. It's gonna be interesting. Let Ryan go, then I go.
So my take on it was really it seemed childish at first because it just seemed like it was almost sour grapes. Don't talk about my son. Let him stand. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about my son out there. But then after a couple of days, you think about this is not LeBron, the basketball player, coming at Stephen A. Smith. This is LeBron, the Panther. Now, even though we just said that LeBron did this, it just takes a different light because Bronny is not that guy. So he's gonna take a lot of criticism because he was drafted to his dad's team. He was drafted, period. He could have served by going back to school for another year of college, but because you're putting your son in the public light, which is a negative light, any parent would do that. I don't, what I mean? This is not. Let's take away LeBron, all his accomplishments, even being in the NBA. This is one of them things. This is similar to when Jason Tatum's mom is talking about him in the Olympics. This is very similar to that. This is just a parent trying to stand up for their child. That's on one hand. On the other hand, I'm gonna take a line from Denzel Washington and Remember the Titans. You're quibbling him. He's gonna have to stand up for himself sooner or later. I mean, Bronny is gonna have to stand up for himself sooner or later. Now, if I'm Bronny and I'm my own man, I went straight to LeBron. Hey, Dad, you don't need to do that. This is my fight. That don't let me prove them wrong. Don't do that, Dad. You don't have to go to Stephen A. Smith or whoever and fight my battles for me. So we don't know about that part. We don't know if anything was said, but That's LeBron, the parent, versus LeBron, the basketball player. End of the night, Lakers win. Lakers in third place.
Yeah, after beating Stephen A's team in front of Stephen A. after cussing his ass out. Go ahead, Mike.
Um, when I first saw it, I was kind of shocked that LeBron did that. I was kind of shocked that Stephen A. even stood up and, Stephen A. I admit you manned up at him. Um,
Hmm.
I'm gonna come at it on both ends. LeBron, you came at him as a father, and you was protecting your baby. And I know we try not to say baby when they 19, 20, 25 years old. They gonna always be our babies. I remember watching one of these detective shows, and one of the most notorious serial killers to ever live, Ted Bundy, killed 50 or 60 women. They interviewed this bastard mama. He said, "That's still my baby." Now, this man done killed all these kids, and she
Mm-hmm.
said that's still her baby. I'm saying that to say this: LeBron still was a father in that moment. LeBron still, was trying to protect his dad. I get what Ryan's saying about, I'm Bronny, I can take care of my own, that kind of thing. But LeBron was a dad. This ain't no difference in a way, y'all, than us being in the stands and we hear a parent talking about our kid. Number 3, you suck. Number 10, they can't do. You're gonna turn around and look at that parent too. Ain't nobody on this chat. Nobody on this show not gonna say something to somebody talking about their child in the stand. We all gonna
It,
say something.
yeah, because it's happened to me. It's happened to me.
Everybody is gonna say something. Man, that kid ain't such and such, such. Hey, whoa, wait a minute. My wife even has come to some games before and they talking about me as a referee. She like, hey, wait a minute, hey, you talking about my husband now? So every parent is gonna defend their child when they can. Now, let me go on the other side of that with LeBron. Hey, if you're gonna check Stephen A. Smith, go check Skip Bayless, go check Kendrick Perkins, go check Jason Whitlock, go check everybody that has not been in your favor, in your corner for Bronny. Nobody in this world that follows this game, that covers this game, has thought Bronny James got any business being in the league. Everybody know that Bronny is in the NBA because of you, LeBron. So with that being said, you got to take this. You got to take this on the chin. You got to. Your status is the problem with this. You have created this. You are a global phenom, and you done created this for your son, and you got to take it too. You put your son in this light to get drafted after averaging 2.6 points a game. Now, mind you, he don't have to see the days of going back to college to getting better. You ain't got to do that no more. There's guys in the G League just as good as guys that's playing Division One basketball. Most of them came from Division One, so you can go develop in the G League. The problem for LeBron, the problem for Bronny, they keep trying to stick him and put him on the main squad. That's been a problem. You're taking the limelight from other people that could be in the league. So, Bron, this is something that you brought to the table, and this is something that you got to deal with that people gonna criticize. That's just like, bro, if we all stay together and somebody come in the house, and let's say we in our single days, we all stay together. Somebody come in the house with an ugly girl, man, you gotta take that. Everybody in the house gonna talk about that girl. So I can't get mad at Fade, Ryan, or Ratio if they talk about that girl. I done brought her in here. That's on you. So LeBron, you kind of got your son to this league. You done this. So you gotta take this. But don't just check Stephen A. Smith now. Go check everybody else that's had something to say. Even some of your former colleagues in the NBA done been critical of Bronny. So if you gonna go on a checking somebody's spree, go around the room. Don't check because you saw him. And like I say, you have put Bronny in this situation because of who you are.
Let me ask you a question, Mike. Let me ask you a question about that. Would this be different if somebody else besides the team that LeBron plays for would have drafted Bron?
It would have to be different because LeBron wouldn't have been there. So because the son is with the daddy, yeah, that's how it looked. It wouldn't have been. It might have still been different. It might have even been worse because Bron ain't there. But with Bronny being right there, yeah, they're gonna be real critical of Bronny. He put him in a bad situation, man. Because if I'm a hooper that was at USC or in D1 or in the league, period, at the G League, every time I see Bronny, I'm going at it. But you ain't supposed to be here. You ain't supposed to be in this league. Now, Bronny has actually been okay in the G League.
21 points a game.
21 points a game?
Yeah, 21 and a half points a game.
So if I'm somebody, and think about this, bro, the 3-time back-to-back slam dunk champ is not in the league. Mac McClung. But Bronny James is? Come on now. We know what it's about. And at the end of the day, when it comes to nepotism, we've all experienced with other people in the league. The Waltons. How many of the Waltons coach basketball? Luke Walton was a coach. Matter of fact, I think Luke Walton was the coach of Golden State that one year. They started out like 39-2. I think
Yeah.
he was.
No, he started. It was 23-1. Then Kirk came back.
Yeah. Or people forget about the Dunleavys when Mike Dunleavy was in the league. So I mean, we can't say nothing about nepotism, man. Nepotism is there for a reason. You're supposed to utilize it.
All right, let me jump in right quick. I get your point with everybody saying we need to go at, but I think Stephen A is the main one that has been even more prominent. So Jason, if anybody watching Jason Whitlock, it's probably because he's on OnlyFans eating Raising Cane chicken. That's the only reason why folks watching him, so they can see him eat chicken, see if he's going to explode.
He's on OnlyFans eating chicken.
Yeah, so he can make some money because he ain't got a real job. He got his own pay. Maybe 5 people watch it. He's on there about eating chicken and see if he explode like on Alien. Something just pop out of him.
Goodness gracious.
Uncle Ruckus eat chicken.
Yeah, Uncle Ruckus.
In the world, what is we gonna do? What is we gonna do? Come on, Bronny, you gonna play this N-word ball? What are you gonna do?
Ooh, that nigga only that, can let me get a Kevin Cobb before I keep on going. Stephen A had a job to do. LeBron always had the responsibility and obligation. In parentheses, as a parent, he's called that guy out on TV. So LeBron checked it when he saw him. Much ado about nothing. And he said, Kevin also said he didn't have a problem as a parent setting him up for the future. Now, that being said, LeBron and Stephen A do not get along. They will not send each other Christmas cards. You know how I feel about Stephen A. Smith. I listen to First Take on the way home. If I'm on break, I watch First Take. That don't mean I hate watch it because he's a fucking idiot.
Hey, what is your problem? Before we go any further,
Wait.
Let's have a little therapeutic session right here. What is your problem with Stephen A. Smith?
My problem with Stephen A. Smith is don't act like you for black folk, but you're really a Republican.
Okay, so hold on. Time out. Let me say that. We just talked about at the opening of the show that he got a new contract. The contract is estimated $100 million.
$20 million a year.
$20 million a year. If you making $20 million a year, now either you're gonna support the other party or you're gonna act like you in that 1 percentile. So it's not just him, but there are other athletes that make similar money, if not more money, that support the Republican Party because they make that money and they don't want these tax cuts. And that's why. Now, Jaylen Brown, I don't see Jaylen Brown, folks like Jaylen Brown, I don't see them being a Republican because they support everything that they believe in. But there are some people that have gotten turned around They've gotten turned around because of the money they make. And they, we say don't make the what to say, make the money, don't make the
Don't
money
let the
make
money make you.
right. So that's the thing with Stephen A. Smith. Now he may agree with something. He may not agree with our current commander in chief, but he may agree with the principles of the Republican Party. That's different. That's different. Now I'm not supporting what he's saying, but I understand. Like Chris Rock would say, I'm not saying what he's doing is wrong,
But I understand.
but I understand.
Just like when I don't agree with Will Smith slapping the shit out of you on live television, but
But
I
I
understand.
understand. Yeah.
Now,
Yes, sir.
now back to the to this point. Ryan brought some levity to this for us. Long story short, Stephen A. Smith has had a long disdain for LeBron because LeBron's idol growing up with Michael Jordan. He didn't want to be Michael Jordan. LeBron's always been more Magic, but that's neither here nor there. You always dog it out about he's not clutch. He's not this. You done this. So to a point where you remember this, Mike, in 2016 when Durant went to Golden State. I know we all say that's a wrap, right? Is it fair to say everybody knew they're gonna win multiple championships when Durant went there, no matter what seed they were?
Yep.
This man said that's the weakest move ever. And Kevin, now we ain't saying nothing about Kevin Durant, mama cussing out Stephen A. Smith live on First Take. Now we ain't saying nothing about that. we nobody bitching about that now.
It's the same thing.
Same thing. Nobody cussing. Nobody dogging her out. Nobody dogged out when she did that on live television. This after Stephen A. Smith mama died. Cuss his ass out.
It's because it's LeBron. Because he is.
Thank you. That's why we're gonna get. That's why you said it for me right there. Nobody say about Giannis and Thanasis being there. Thanasis ain't playing not near a minute. If he play a minute, he turned the ball over 3 times in 2 seconds.
What's the third brother? The third brother in there somewhere?
No, he I think he won a ring in 2020. I think he back in Greece working at making gyros. Nobody saying nothing about J.R. Smith and his brother Chris Smith. Nobody saying nothing about that. Nobody saying about them being on the same team together. Chris Smith on that because J.R. and Chris on that because J.R. Nobody saying anything about Jamie Bigstaff getting a job because of dad, Bernie. Steven Siler got a job as a coach. Nobody saying that because of dad with Paul Siler. Nobody. The Dunleavys. Mike Dunleavy getting a GM job because his daddy used to be a GM and a coach of the league. Which I think one of y'all brought that up a few minutes ago. If his name was Thomas James, this would not be an issue. But the problem is, Kevin just said it best right here. Bron don't rock with Stephen A. like that because Stephen A. Smith always writes a check that his ass can't cash. And somebody came up to his ass, it was finna rock his world. What I wanted to see was LeBron just punch his ass and get suspended for a couple days on GP.
And once again, as I flipped it to LeBron Bronny being somewhere else, all right? What if they didn't play the Knicks that night? What if they played somewhere else where I wonder, what if they would have played where Skip Bayless is covering a team? What if they would have played where he would have hit Jason Whitworth? He would
have hit Steven. He would have hit Skip. He would have hit Skip with that, but Skip never go to no games. That's the only thing.
But I mean, the thing is, I really think, like our viewers said, I think it's much ado about nothing. It's just the way it happened. Everything kind of lined up. You talk about Bronny. Oh, we got a game in New York. I'm finna read all this. Oh, there goes Stephen A. right now. There you go over there. Oh, let me go over here while it's fresh on my mind
and get this shit off my chest.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think what it is, I think the only slight problem is Stephen A. was in LA a few weeks back when the Countdown did the game. You could have did it there while he was live on Countdown. Could have did right there too, but at the same time, I think he got to a point where he probably saw some clips that was a little bit old or dated, and same thing. But now let me give you a little bit of stats of some guys in the NBA that were drafted ahead of LeBron Jr. and some guys that were after LeBron. Reed Shepard, we know who that is, right, Mike? Reed Shepard.
Number 3 pick. I think he averaging about 3 points a game, sir.
3 points a game. 3 points a game. Number 3 pick. Okay. Let's go to number 56. Kevin McCullough. Kevin McCullough.
Where you playing college ball at?
Played at Kansas.
Kansas. Average less than 2 points a game in the league. Not even 15 points in G League. Not even that. Ulrich Chomchi, NBA Africa. Drafted by the Grizzlies, but traded to the Raptors. Less than 2 points a game also. Not much in the G League, maybe 12 points. Ariel Hookporty, traded to the Knicks, but drafted by the Mavericks. Less than 2 points a game. Not much in the G League. Anton Watson for the Celtics. Less than 2 points a game. LeBron, 21.5 points a game.
Pull up Brun's G League stats, though.
21.5 points a game.
So that ain't really balling there.
Is it the big stage and who he's playing for? Because I think that might be it. That might be the problem of it all. You go to the G League and you averaging 21, and you telling me in the NBA you can't even average 10?
If he's playing 2 minutes a game, Ryan, how the hell are you going to?
Oh, thank you, man. Hey, I was just about to say that.
That is.
He's not getting much time. The only game he got some time was JJ Redick admitted he made the mistake when he played against the 76ers and Tyrese Maxey was giving it to him like a dog in heat. See, my one-liners are better than Perk. But that's because he said. Let me finish it right quick for you. The reason JJ Redick gave him that time, and it's because he was playing well in the G League. We brought him up because they had some injuries, and he said, "Hey, I'm gonna give you some burn, see what you can do right now." Tyrese Maxey, they went at him, but he, like I said, he needed time. He needs some time, but his average per game, his average minutes per game draw is 4.2 minutes per game in 18 games. You're not going to do anything in 4 minutes, Straw.
No, you're not. You're right. That's the whole reason why I asked the question, because I'm trying to understand the disparities, in points. Now, what about these other cats? Are they averaging? Are they getting the same amount of?
Now, Reed Shepard played more games and had more minutes, and he's the number 3 pick. But Ime Udoka really don't play rookies like that. But at the same time, though, you're the number 3 pick. And it's been a learning curve for him. He should have been a part of the package to get Kevin Durant, but that's neither here nor there. We'll talk about that next in the offseason. But the other guys, they had a little bit more burn in the league than Bronny did. But there's no excuse, though. I mean, yeah, 55th pick. You didn't have much time. You had a cardiac event in 2023. You should. I agree. I said it last year. He should have transferred to Arkansas. He would have got some burn with Calipari. You could have went to Duquesne. You could have went to Pepperdine. Those schools would have gave you the burn you need to at least get some experience. But G League, you getting paid though and getting experience. So
well, I mean, it's a learning experience. But the thing about it is, like I was saying earlier, man, he got to fight his own battles, no matter who your dad is. No matter who your dad is, you got to fight your own battles. And to get ahead of this thing when it first happened, you got to say, hey, let me get on here so I can not necessarily defend my daddy, but explain why there's such a disparity in points, and kind of pump myself up at the same time. That's just regular marketing. I don't know what they decide to do in the NBA.
Now with all that, I'm gonna let Mike jump right back in right quick before we move on to the MVP race. Stephen A, I think he did. You talk about a couple months ago in January. He said, "I'm a father. I'm coming to you as a father. Don't do this. Don't do this." But shut the fuck up. Now I get it. I mean, long story short,
short.
it don't matter. I mean, it don't matter. It's what's happened to happen. Stephen A. gonna talk his shit because he has a bigger platform, and if LeBron came at him again with like that, Stephen A. ain't gonna do nothing but crumble like a piece of paper going to track can. Go ahead, Mike.
I guess the something to finish it up on my end. What did Stephen A. Smith say wrong?
The thing, what my problem is with it though, I don't think it's. I think it's more about him going at LeBron by proxy of Bronny.
So it sounds like an undercover move more than anything else.
Yes, because on the Gills Arena, you say that's on that show, and you said on first tape, but you in your words on Gills Arena, you said it's a weak ass move. That was some bullshit because your ass got punked live on TV and it went viral, and you had to talk about it because LeBron don't fuck with you because you kept saying he coming to me as a father, understand, but he could have called me. And the nigga don't fuck with you. Why the hell he gonna call you? Why I'm gonna call you?
You know,
You call Rich. Why the fuck I'm gonna call you? You know, like you call me, hey, Stephen A. I need to talk to you. Why I'm gonna call you for? I'd rather just cuss your ass out right there and call it a day.
I'll say this: he might not have been able to call them, but because of all the social media platforms, he could have DM'd them or something. It didn't have to go public, but it did.
Yeah,
And maybe it's all for the best, but then again, it's still all to do about nothing.
it is what it is. I mean, Stephen A. still a punk ass bit. You still taking little digs at one will call it. But you got your $100 million contract. You still not the highest paid media person. You still not the highest paid one in sports television.
Stephen A., if you watching this show, Stephen A., I need 100,000. Let me get 100,000 from you. You ain't gonna miss it. 100,000.
No, he gonna use that on the hairline. Tom Brady is the highest paid media member, $37.5 million a year. Charles Barkley makes $21 million, $37.5 million a year.
In his first year?
That's a 10-year contract.
Jesus key.
And still can have a minority stake in the Raiders. He just can't sit in production meetings. That's the only difference. That's what's going to be a downfall being a color commentator. He can't sit in the production meetings because that might be inside information.
They won't play. He can't commentate their games then either, can
he? He could commentate the games. He just can't sit in the production meetings for nobody. Wow. So either way, and Charles Barkley still make more than you. So,
but how many years Charles had to put in some work to get that that millions he got? He had to put in some real work. Maybe that's the sign of the times. But I mean,
the thing though, Charles only does one thing though. He only does just inside the NBA. That's the only thing he does. I'm not sticking up for Stephen A. Smith, but he does way more. Even though he's still shitty, he does more and also has his own media platform. I wouldn't have gave him $20 million. I wouldn't have did it. I would have said, First Take has been number one 13 years. I would have. I hate to say it. I would have seen what I could do with Skip Bayless coming back. But the problem is he got a legal thing with some sexual harassment over FS1, so he might not be viable for TV.
The thing with that though, Fabe, is they fired Steve. Well, they didn't fire, but they released him once his contract ended. And realized what they missed, brought him back. But this time, I think they realized that sometimes it's better to go with the devil versus the devil you don't know what their legal problems is going.
Now with Stephen A., when he got fired in 2009, he thought he was worth more what he was, and so they said, "Go ahead and get it." Then we try to come back like, "No, we good. You banned for ESPN for a couple of years." They put him on radio for a year. You will not see TV. And Skip Bayless saved him. Now I'm not saying Skip Bayless. I like Skip Bayless. I can't stand Skip Bayless. I don't know if I had to pick one of who I hate worse. They're tie. I can't break that tie because I can't stand either one of them. Only reason I watch Undisputed watch Shannon, UFC, KFC, OKC. All right, with that transition, let's get to the NBA. Lakers gonna drop like a ton of bricks in the ocean because LeBron is out now. They're gonna lose next couple games. They're gonna go 0-6 on this road trip. Um, Shea Gilgeous, Alexander Michael. Is this his MVP to lose?
I would give it to him. I would give him the MVP, but that stat line that Joker put up about a week ago, I think he was like 31, 22, and 21. It's gonna be
Yep.
close. It's gonna be real close. But I think SGA should get the nod this year.
Yeah. Some people complain he should got it last year, but at the same, I mean, he had the best record, but Joker had, I think, some good stats, but Luka's stats were better than Joker's stats. So I saw some on first things first. Luka's stats were better than Joker, but Joker won the MVP. Joker stats are better than Shea Gilgeous, but Shea's going to win MVP. But Donovan Mitchell is on the best team, but he missed more games than SGA has, though. Ryan, you think this SGA is to lose?
I think it is, but the thing is that I feel like this is it. Going back to a couple of shows ago, when we talked about Josh Allen winning the NFL MVP. This may be the same thing. This is one of them things. Joker has what, 2 or 3? He has 2. I know he has 2. Hey,
He has
let's
3.
give it to somebody. How many?
Are you talking about on Lamar? 2, yeah.
No. I'm saying how many does Joker have?
3. He has 3. He won 3 in
All
4
right, so
years.
let's give it to somebody. Let's give it to somebody different. That's what it seemed like to me.
Like
And
Joel Embiid.
yeah. Besides Joel Embiid, so let's give it to this guy. He should have got it last year. He's in the running now. Let's go on and give it to him. I think it's his to lose. I don't even know if he's gonna lose it if they go with that train of thought. Playing out of his mind. Who would have thought 5 years ago that this was going to be who we were talking about for MVP? Just saying.
Yeah. And keep in mind, the last 6 MVPs have been foreign born.
Right. So I mean, you got Embiid, you got Joker with 3, Embiid with 1. So yeah, it's just one of them things, man. I think they're gonna give it to him, but if they give it to you, I need you to show up and I need you to make the Western Conference Finals. I need that because you got. Don't be like Dirk Nowitzki. Don't get the MVP and get out in the first round. Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right. Right now, Oklahoma City is up by 11 games on the Nuggets. Unless Oklahoma City, they literally everybody gets injured, they should almost catch up with. They possibly should catch up with the Cavaliers for best record. Now, true or false? I'm gonna ask y'all this: true or false before we go to NFL free agency? The Oklahoma City Thunder's downfall will be their shooting.
I think that could be true, but also OKC downfall could be Chet not being totally healthy either. That could be a problem.
I can see that. I can see them. I mean, unless you just get on a hot streak where you just, eke by a few teams. The shooting is what the whole thing is putting the ball in the basket. So if they can't shoot worth of 2, and they put everything on SGA, it was SGA. You gonna lose some game. This is not those old Jordan teams we had to carry them. This is one of them things where you got to have some support.
All right, true or false? The Celtics will lose to the Cavaliers in the conference championship if they go 7 games.
That's false, sir. I like the Celtics, sir. I think you got to take them steps, man. When you trying to be a NBA champion, all NBA champions had to go through something before they won a championship. You look at the Bulls before they start winning, they had to go through the bad boys. You look at
And the Celtics.
and the Celtics. LeBron had to go through stuff before he won one thing. You got to go through stuff, man, before you can go on and win that championship. Do you have those veteran players to win you games? And I don't know if Cleveland got them guys yet.
LeBron
Cleveland,
went through.
Cleveland remind me of Cleveland remind me of the OKC when they had
Look,
KD
V and Harden, yeah.
and all them boys. That's who they remind me of.
The only thing LeBron went through to get that first championship was area codes. That was the only thing he went through, and that's the truth. Not hating, but it is what it is. The only thing he went through was zip codes and area codes.
Let me say add this on there too with that piece. If you win 63 game back to back seasons and you make no adjustments in the playoffs,
I mean, you got to make
Mike,
the adjustment. I hope you have better coaching. I
that's
hope
Mike
you
Brown.
have better coaching and get to the. You got to have better coaching, and you have to get to the conference finals and at least push the champ to 6 games at least.
Yeah, so I think Oklahoma City. I have a hot take. I want to really talk about this NFL free agency hot take. True or false? If Oklahoma City does not make it to the conference championship, Mark Daigneault will be on the hot seat.
Yeah, because had SGA was in SGA was talked about as the MVP last year. He's presumably gonna be the MVP this year, and you can't take your team deep into a playoff run.
And
Yeah,
they
that
got
seat
put out
gonna
in the
get mighty
second
warm.
round. They got put out in the second round last year.
You gotta get a little further than that. Your seat get mighty warm. Mighty warm. Give me some. Let's bring back Billy Donovan.
Yeah, a lot of NBA. Still got a few weeks to go. I want to see Boston, LA, Cleveland, LA, maybe even Oklahoma City, Boston, but Oklahoma City, Cleveland, that'd be great basketball, but it's not nobody gonna watch it. But all right, let's get to the NFL. This has been the most exciting last week and a half of NFL news. Mike's Cowboys ain't did shit. Um,
We did
Let
make some
Ryan's,
folks
trades
go.
today, boy. We
Let
made some
huh?
folks
trades
go.
today. Just because they wasn't stars, don't mean we didn't do no trades,
Let
sucker.
folks go. They let folks go. DeMarcus
Yeah, like
Lawrence gone.
Lawrence, Seattle. Yeah,
Oh,
Dowdell gone.
gone.
Jerry gone.
I said it. I said it a while ago on this show, man. I don't have a problem with Jerry Jones being the owner, but he needs to hire him a general manager that can actually run this team, man. And that's just being real. You be the owner, be that guy. You can still come down the field, but get you a general manager that can run the team. I think it might be kind of wearing on them, man. That's they don't spend no money. They letting everybody go. Ain't nobody said nothing about coming to Dallas. All these free agents that done came up, that went to other teams, visiting other teams. I ain't seen nobody say they visited in Irving, Texas.
Over
Just
the
saying.
last three over the last 3 years, Dallas Cowboys have ranked 13th in free agent spending, but the value of the team went up by $3 billion.
That's a nice stadium. That sure was a nice stadium.
Also, Dak Prescott over the last 5 years has restructured his contract. His cap hit next year will be around $80 million because you didn't pay folks early.
Handicap. I'm
And you trade
handicapped by Dak Prescott and his contract. I'm handicapped. That's what's
yeah,
happening.
I would let him walk. I would let him play out the year. I want to give him that contract. What would it hurt? You couldn't franchise him anyway. I mean, but Mike, what's the one move that has either intrigued you or made you think like, what the hell?
I'm really curious about this Jets picking up Justin Fields, 2-year, $40 million deal. Like I know it's a short term contract, but Jets just appear to be one of them organizations that just can't get right for some reason. Now, Justin Fields was a backup this year to Russell Wilson. Yes, he
He
has
started
shown
5 games. He started
he,
five
he,
games.
he's shown some glimpses of some talent. But bro, like I don't know. I don't know about Justin Field going to the Jets, man. That was we'll see. We'll see. I guess.
I'm gonna be honest with that move, man. And this is all my Justin Fields hate to the side. That's a step back. That's a good step back for Justin Fields. And the reason I say this is because you went to a team that had a okay, not good offensive line, and now you go into a team that can protect a Hall of Famer, a potential Hall of Famer. So basically, this is what I believe happened in the front office. Oh, so Aaron Rodgers is getting a little long in the tooth. Oh, we'll bring in Justin Fields. He can run away from the sacks that Aaron took last year. No, you've been this Chicago all over again. Lord have mercy.
Let,
Jesus. No.
let me defend a little bit. Now, when he was in Chicago, I think he was there for 3 years, correct? Because they didn't pick up his 5th-year option.
Right.
So it's 3. So he was there for 3 years. He had 3 different offensive coordinators. You had 2 different head coaches. So I think Matt Nagy was his coach's first year to get fired. Then you bring in what's the name, Mike? Who your defensive coordinator now?
Zimmer.
No. He used to be the. He brought him in. They brought him from the Bears. He used to be the coach.
I don't know.
I'll look it up. But you basically, the Bears are falling into this vicious cycle of you draft a quarterback with a coach that should have been fired. Then you fire that coach, bring in a new coach who didn't pick this quarterback. Then you trade that quarterback and draft the Caleb Williams with the same regime. Eberflus, that's the name. Eberflus.
Yeah,
that's our new defensive coordinator. And now you got Ben Johnson on his second year. No, you got Ben Johnson the first year with Caleb Williams second year. So the timeline's are not matching up for what you want to do with the quarterback. But that's it. I guess that would be the exception because now all this on Caleb because they have rebuilt this offensive line again for you because you took 60-something sacks and 40 of them were because you hung the ball over 4 seconds.
Shapley.
But back to Justin Fields though. He went 4-2 as a starter. Went 4-2 as a starter. Then you brought Russell in. Only thing Russell was doing is giving you the moon ball and Sierra making appearances singing 1-2 step. You lost 5 straight games, dog. Your offense did not crack 20 points in those 5 games you lost in a row.
I will say this about Justin Fields. I hate it for him because it's still no stability. Still no stability. So basically, you've gone, like you said, the first 4 years with different head coaches, different coordinators. Dude, sit down somewhere for a minute. You would have had the same head coach. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't be honest with you. I didn't want Justin Fields back unless they would shored up the offensive line at Pittsburgh. But the stability of you as progressing as a quarterback, that's not going to happen. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with them Jets.
Right, Ryan, don't fault him. The problem is the damn Jets. That's the problem.
No. What I'm saying is this. He decided to move. He could have taken I'm sure the Steelers had a deal on the table. He decided to move. So since he decided to move, there's still no stability there. That's all I'm saying.
All I know, the Jet offensive line wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. I think Aaron Rodgers was just old as hell, and he's coming off an Achilles at 40. So his mobility was limited. So I think next year he should be better because for football players, it took about 2 years. Basketball, like Kevin Durant, remember he sat out a whole year before coming back with the Nets and was awesome. If he had a smaller foot size, they would have won the championship that year, but that's neither here nor there. But I think with Justin Fields, I think he has the measurables. And plus, keep in mind what Justin Fields didn't have in Chicago, but what he had in Pittsburgh and is going to have with the Jets. He's going to have a veteran quarterback in that quarterback room with him. That's going to be the difference.
Okay.
You had
Okay.
Tyrod Taylor. You got Tyrod Taylor, who's been in the league so long. He's a consummate professional. I mean, if it weren't for him, his lung getting punctured by a doctor, he might have started a playoff game for the Chargers that year, and Justin Herbert would have sat for a year.
Now let me tell you a move, and I'm gonna give you this analogy right here. We don't been to college. We don't been to the HBCU. Have you ever seen a girl that ain't really that cute, but on this particular day, damn, she bad. She bad on this day. That's what I think it is with Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold just was, damn, Sam Darnold looked good last year with Minnesota, but now he done got a 3-year, $110 million deal with the Seahawks. I don't know if he just looked good that day. That's what I think.
I really
Adam
think
Gates fucked that man up.
Huh?
Adam Gates fucked that man up in the Jets. He was cursed by the Jets.
Yeah, man, but he had, like, Sam Darnold's career, he done had one good game. Like I said, here's the chick that today looked really good. Today. And the other days ain't look
I
too
can't
hot.
I
But
can't
today,
say I can't say nothing bad about Sam Darnold no more because he made me look foolish in the preseason. So I will say this. I would say that if that's what you were going for, if you go off a tape from last year, I I probably would have bid it too. I might not have spent that much money, but I would have bid too.
Sam Darnold, 35 touchdowns, 12 picks, 102.5 quarterback rating, 66% completion percentage last
He
year.
had he had one of the best wide receivers in the NFL playing for him. So we'll see, man. We will see. Because now going to the next going to the next topic, because who we gonna throw to?
JSN and Marquez Valdez Scantling, MVS. They signed him today.
Oh wow, okay. I ain't seen
So
him in a minute since Green
he was
Bay.
he was with the Saints this year. MVS was with
Yeah.
the Saints this year after winning the
Once,
Super Bowl with the Chiefs.
once again, I ain't seen him since Green Bay.
I don't know. My biggest move wasn't really a move. It was a question mark. Myles Garrett, you talked all that shit about leaving Cleveland. Now don't get me
yes,
wrong.
man. Yes,
Don't get
sir.
me don't get me wrong. If they come at me with 140 with $40 million a year, I'd be stupid to say no.
Yeah. That might have been the
So
best off on the table though. That might
I,
have been the best off on the table. The team, and like I just said, sometimes it's better to go with the devil you know than the devil you don't know.
I
So
would have
that
said,
might have
give me
been
the
the best
Detroit.
off on the table.
I would say, give me the Detroit. 2 first. 2 first and a third. Send me to Detroit. Send me to Detroit because they're going to need all the help they get on that defense. Because they had a lot of injury this year, I think, and then losing both coordinators and some position coaches. And Myles Garrett was a head scratcher. Here's a sneaky one right here too. Chris Godwin going back to the Buccaneers.
Oh,
Watch out for that
that's
right now.
they actually trying to do something next year.
He took
They
less
actually
money to
trying.
stay. He took less money to stay in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, he loves it there. I mean, didn't he get injured last year toward the
Against the
end of the
Ravens.
year?
No,
Yeah.
early in the
So I
season,
mean,
like week
I
five,
really,
week 5, week 6 against the Ravens.
yeah. So I mean, he got injured, didn't play another down. So seeing what Mike Evans was doing, hey, I can take some of that off of Mike. He done already got the records. Let me see if I can get in here and do something with Baker Mayfield. Let me see what I can do.
Just in, Adam Schefter, Mac Jones just signed a 2-year, $7 million contract with the 49ers.
I tell you who has been balling in the free agency. Them Washington Commanders. They
Yes,
got
Yes,
sir.
Larry
sir.
Council from Houston. They got
Mm-hmm.
Debo Samuel. Shit, Washington. Washington, they trying to contend for a title right away.
That's a team I wanted to see if they could get Joey Bosa or even Myles Garrett if you could get it, because you had the third highest cap space left over. I would have told them, like, give him 2 firsts. Give him 2 firsts for Myles Garrett. 2 firsts. 2 firsts and a third. Call it a day. Or the move that I did on Matt, y'all gonna laugh at this. The move I did on Madden while playing Madden for the last couple weeks. Green Bay should have made a move for DK Metcalf.
Mm-hmm.
You need a veteran receiver. You got all those young guys, and you need an alpha dog in that room. You could have gave up a second and a third, probably second this year, second next year, third for DK and re-sign him, because Christian Watson probably gonna be out half the year next year. Because he tore his knee up in the last game against the Bears. But yeah, the Rams. I'm gonna go back and get a chance to talk about this when we're talking about playoffs. The Rams played the best game against Philadelphia, but the Packers had every play in check against the Eagles. They just turned the ball over too much.
And the weather factor,
not against the Eagles, not against the Eagles.
Okay.
Not against the Packers. No, the weather wasn't
that
a
was
factor.
against that was against
the Rams.
Rams.
That's a snow game. If the Packers had any type of discipline and then turn the ball over, they'll go back to another growing point for Justin Love, Jordan Love. Jordan Love. He needs somebody in that quarterback room that's a vet that can give him another set of eyes on the field. That's what I would have loved to see, if, like, like an old vet, like maybe Marcus Mariota go there, but he re-signed with the Redskins. I mean, the Commanders today. He's staying for another year because his starting day is over with. But that's why I think Green Bay needs an alpha receiver, and they need a veteran backup quarterback to walk Jordan Love through some things. So think about it, you had Aaron Rodgers for years, and then you got Jordan Love with really no vet back there with him. Just to,
I just really think in those couple of years that he had with Jordan, that Aaron Rodgers had with Jordan Love, he wasn't helping him. He wasn't helping him progress. So that means, hey, I'm showing my own self out the door.
Mm-hmm. I would love to see Joe Flacco go to Green Bay.
Not out of the question.
I mean, he's not gonna play unless Jordan get hurt. I mean, Joe gonna throw that thing. He might throw the thing on the other team too, or even Jameis Winston. That would make sense too. Jameis Winston would have made sense too.
That dude was so funny, man. Jameis Winston.
He's a treasure.
Man,
I like that. I wouldn't mind having Jameis Winston as a backup in Pittsburgh. I would not mind that at all.
This is breaking news: the Thunder has swept the season series against the Celtics. The Celtics lose 118 to 112.
For lack of trying.
Ooh, it's 10:08. Mike, guess what I got tomorrow?
School in the morning.
I got squealing in the deal.
Squealing in the deal. Got school in the morning.
Thank you for watching our show this evening, guys. We're gonna have our bracket special next week. We're gonna go through all 4 brackets and give you our final 4. Well, we might give you our final 4 picks. One of them's not gonna be UConn for me, not this year.
I hope Longwood and Oral Roberts get in the tournament. Man, bye, man. I'm out.
Or shout out to Damien. Shout out to Damien.
We out. I'm through. We out.